Please welcome to the stage, Dayoung.
Hello everyone, my name is Dayoung. Today I'm really excited to present my thesis, Pygmalion, creating systems to empower people with social anxiety disorder. This is me and my brother as children. When I was growing up, I watched my brother suffering from social anxiety. Due to his personality and symptoms, he had hard time making friends at school in Korea. We moved to Australia when we were in elementary school, which was a more accepting environment than Korea. As his sister, I have seen how hard it is to live with social anxiety, and this experience led me to find solutions for people with social anxiety through my design work. So, what is social anxiety disorder? It is a fear of social situations that involve interacting with other people. It is the third largest mental health care problem in the world today. According to the research, about 7% of the world's population suffer from social anxiety disorder, with 19 million Americans suffering from some level of it. However, people suffering from it believe that they're the only people in the world with the problem, and they normally do not seek help. Even when they do reach out for help, finding and meeting therapists is expensive and time-consuming, so therapy is not an option for everyone. This is why my thesis is focusing on treating people with social anxiety through digital technologies and platforms, which can be accessible to everyone. In my primary research, I mapped the landscape of social anxiety disorder. In one of my expert interviews, Byung-Hae Lee, a psychiatrist in Korea, told me that having positive expectations can help people with social anxiety overcome their symptoms. This interview inspired me to explore the Pygmalion effect, also known as the self-fulfilling prophecy for treating people with social anxiety. The Pygmalion effect takes its name from an ancient Greek myth. In this myth, a sculptor loves the sculpture he created so much that it comes to life. In psychology, they use Pygmalion effect to describe the phenomenon whereby high expectations positively affect the outcome of performance. My thesis work focuses on creating solutions that build self-esteem and confidence as a way of leveraging the Pygmalion effect for people with social anxiety. Today, I'm going to show you 4 interventions through 2 lenses. I will start with 2 projects focusing on self-help strategies and conclude with the 2 projects that involve working in a group process. My first project under the self-help category is Bogart. The main problem of people who suffer from social anxiety is that they often avoid being in many types of social situations. When I interviewed Claire, who suffers from social anxiety, she said, sometimes it takes a while to prepare for a social gathering. So I designed Bogart to solve this problem. Bogart is a VR simulation app that allows people with social anxiety disorder to practice confronting social situations. The name for Bogart is inspired by the creature in Harry Potter who transforms into whatever a person is most afraid of. Here is a user flow map. The main feature of Bogart is that it syncs with Google Calendar and it creates virtual simulation based on the event details such as location and confirmed guest. Bogart creates virtual environments from Google Street View indoor spaces, which there are already thousands now. Similar to Facebook technologies, Bogart creates avatars of attendees for users to interact with. Here's one scenario when you get an invitation for an exhibition opening party.
This is how it works. When you touch the home screen in Bogart, it takes you through a brief tour of its functions. Sync with Google Calendar, reminders in Bogart, and practice with Bogart. After that, it will ask if Bogart can access your Google Calendar. If you tap the OK button, it smoothly transitions to the Google Calendar app. In the calendar, Tap the specific event that you want to practice. In the detailed event screen, there is a Bogart icon on the top left. By clicking this, you return to the Bogart app. Bogart creates virtual simulations based on event details such as location and confirmed guests. Let's go to an event.
In the VR simulation, Bogart guides you practicing the event by giving you several missions and steps to follow. After practicing the mission, users will receive results and feedback from Bogart. And Bogart will prompt the users to complete the next mission. As I continue my research in this category, I came across another problem confronting people with social anxiety disorder. They often have irrational negative thought patterns when they're alone and jump to conclusions what they believe. In relation to the Pygmalion effect, I created Cyrano. Cyrano is an artificial intelligence advisor with an earpiece that replaces the user's irrational negative thoughts with positive ones. Cyrano will help the users to replace their negative thoughts by giving live chat advice when the user touches the earpiece. Cognitive restructuring is a CBT technique that involves identifying and disputing irrational negative thoughts, and Cyrano applied this technique. Cyrano is a subscription-based platform. After users register for a membership plan, they receive their own AI Bluetooth earpiece. Here's an example how Cyrano works. The steps on the bottom reflect the technique of cognitive restructuring.
Hey, Cyrano.
Hello, Diane. Good afternoon. How can I help you?
I'm feeling really worried because I think that Nick doesn't like me.
Why do you think that he doesn't like you?
Well, when we were talking today, he seemed really bored.
What made you think he was bored?
He yawned like 5 times during our conversation.
Okay. I understand why you may feel that way. However, people do not yawn because of boredom. People yawn because the body needs more oxygen at that moment, and yawning helps to increase oxygen intake.
Oh, really? I was so worried. That's really helpful. Thanks, Cyrano.
No problem, Diane. I am always here for you.
Whenever you have negative thoughts, talk to Cyrano. Let's move on to group process strategies. People with social anxiety normally think they're the only person who suffers from this disorder, especially when they're in public places. When I talked with Cholna, a psychiatrist in Korea told me that people with social anxiety disorder trust feedback from those who suffer from the same symptoms. There are some bloggers who share their own stories related to social anxiety disorder and share how they deal with the symptoms. But I noticed that there was no platform for people to share their stories in person. Because of this, I created Uri. Uri, which means we or us in Korean, is a smart fidget ring connecting people with social anxiety. Uri combines the benefit of visiting with the opportunity to find new friends easily. It consists of an LED screen with a trackball. By visiting a trackball, the screen will automatically turn on and start locating new potential friends. Uri will create an in-person conversation with the stranger who suffers from the same symptoms. Let me introduce the last project under group process category. When I was talking with Claude Rado, who is a famous psychologist in Minnesota, he said many people with social anxiety want to make friends and be included in groups. When we meet strangers at a party or event, it is hard to start a conversation and decide what to talk about even if we don't have social anxiety disorder. Searching through Google, many people ask about how to deal with social anxiety at parties or tips about starting conversation at events. Introducing Air Friend Match. Air Friend Match is a networking event where people can meet and facilitate friendship with augmented reality stickers. This event provides AR sticker as an icebreaker. and people can easily start conversations with others by matching stickers. I held an event on March 18th in Soho. This is how it turned out.
I keep an open mind, but only till the bottle stops to spin. Then there is only one direction in the state that I'm in. I on the heels of an opening door, you run out.
Air Friend Match has a potential to be used as a new greeting interaction method for parties or social events. Today, I'll share 4 accessible and diverse solutions inspired by the Pygmalion effect. It is my intention that the new system I created will have a concrete positive effect on the lives of people suffering from social anxiety disorder. First of all, I would like to thank my parents and my brother. 엄마, 아빠 사랑해요. And thank you, June, for all your love and support. And also thank you all my friends in Korea. And thank you, Jungin and Kyungmi, for being here today. Lastly, a special thanks to my POD family and faculty members. My 2-year journey was wonderful because of you. Thank you.
All the projects are technology mediated. Some are like fully technological, like Bogart, which really like brings every technology and service available. I don't know what it's like to have social anxiety, but you do. This fully immersive experience, this service, this product, I think a lot of people would benefit from this.
Yeah. So to prepare this presentation, last time I took a panorama camera photos of Alan sitting in the class, and I practiced with that simulation, and it worked really well.
Like this.
Yeah, you sitting here, and then I'm practicing.
And what was my next question?
Like, next question?
My next question was, tell me more about the AR experience.
Or tell me more about your process.
Tell me more about your process.
Okay.
This is getting easier and easier. I thought I was in trouble with Doug. That was just the warm-up.
Oh,
Process.
my process. Oh, Bogart.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a long process.
Uh,
Yeah.
The AR friend match. So how did it work exactly? You went in, there were stickers, and then the tattoo was at the end. So you would find the person who had the same pattern as you?
No, so there were lots of random graphics. So this idea came from when we go to parties, like we get some bracelet or stems when we enter the event. So,
right, yeah.
but I want to use some elements as a way of interacting with other people.
And so you would link up and you would aim your phone at them, and it would suggest icebreaker questions.
Yeah, there are lots of random icebreaker questions. I made like about 100 icebreaker questions.
Oh, what was your
for this.
favorite one?
What is your favorite cheese?
Oh. And I guess you know that I'm going to ask you that next question. So what is your favorite cheese, Dayoung?
My favorite cheese is Gouda,
Gouda.
smoked Gouda.
Smoked Gouda.
Yeah.
All right. We did not have that at the break. So we will take that as a suggestion for next year. What do you think?
For
For the next year's thesis. We'll have Gouda cheese at the intermission.
I hope there is a Gouda cheese in our thesis presentation event.
Ah.
Then I will definitely come
We are
here.
going to go get some right now, secretly, and meet you at the bar. Thank you, Dayoung.
Thank you.